computer couldn't recognize me because of my lashes. How funny is that? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Makindra. If you do not already know, I would love to have you guys a part of this family, so go ahead and subscribe if you are not already. Leave a like if you like videos like this, and yeah, that's all I got pretty much. So let's go ahead and get into week 37. Okay, so for starters, I should probably say, I know I'm wearing the same clothes and stuff from last week, but like I said last week in my week 36 video, I am uploading consecutively for week 36 and 37 today. If you haven't already seen that video, go ahead and check that out. I go in more in depth about it and you will be able to see all of that. Okay, so week 37, again, I was still experiencing a lot of swelling in my boobs, and then also some leakage and crustiness in, you know, on my nipples and stuff like that. I would notice when I go to shower or to change or whatever. So there was also that I was experiencing still from week 36, TMI, but I started having like not diarrhea but loose stools, along with Braxton Hicks. So it was like, it was another thing where I was just like, oh my gosh, am I going into labor, early labor, like what's happening? Like, but I kind of just played it out and I just kind of let my body do its thing. I didn't really worry about it too much. I just felt like my body was just trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. I don't know. I also can say like it was really hard for me to like eat something without having to go, you know, like I just really wasn't hungry that day to begin with. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, I was just, and it was only one day that I was really experiencing this, so maybe it was just something that I had eaten, but I was experiencing Braxton Hicks with this, so I thought that that had something to do with it. I don't know if it does. If you guys have any comments on that, just go ahead and comment that down below and let me know if that's something that's normal. It probably is. Oh, okay, so week 37. So I talked about in my last video how I used evening primrose oil. This is when that week 36 is when I started using it at the end of week 36. I was only taking one of the 1,000 milligrams and inserting one. But then for week 37, I started taking 2 a day. So 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And then I started inserting 2 at night. I started doing that and I explain all the benefits as to why I've been taking this. Again, I'll just go ahead and do like a brief overview just for when I'm planning on having a vaginal birth. So when I insert this, it's supposed to moisturize the inside of the walls to help prevent really bad tearing. So I don't want any tearing, obviously, but I know that it's probably inevitable and that it will happen. But if I can prevent it from being the worst, I'm taking every option that I can get to be able to do that. So I've been doing that for week 37, which honestly, it's not that bad. It's just, you know, having to take care of it the next morning or in the middle of the night, because you are going to the bathroom constantly at night. At this point, you're probably going a lot. But then also, again, like I was saying for my week 36 video, I started experiencing, you know, her dropping. Like I could tell that she's dropped. I could tell just because not only has my stomach taken a different shape, but it's also like I could feel her moving at my belly button now. Like I could feel her moving really, really low, like where my pubic bone area is. And then also I could feel her moving up where my belly button's at. So she's not so much as high anymore is what I'm trying to say. I was still experiencing, you know, that numbness, but I explained in my last video why that is happening and what I'm doing to prevent that. I didn't know any of that until week 38, but I explained the numbness at the top of my stomach in my week 36 video. So I will leave that in the cards up here and in the description box below so you can check that out. So then I also started thinking, so my discharges had been taking a different disgustingness. This is TMI. If you don't want to hear any about lady parts or anything like that, I would just go ahead and exit out of this video. But if you are here, then you probably want to hear about this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep talking about it. But anyways, my discharge was, I've had a lot of just discharges this week 37. It was just excessive. I talked to my doctor about it. She said it's totally normal. It's to be expected, especially now. It's just my body, again, getting ready for labor. And then I also make a comment in my notes saying, like, I feel like my stomach has gotten, like, smaller. And I feel like this is because she's dropped. Not necessarily like it's smaller, just that it's not, like, growing as much. And because she's dropped, it's, like, taking that weird, you know, shape. So it just is different. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Oh, and then I also made a comment in here that I wanted to tell you moms out there about this Facebook group page. It's called BirthTube. So it allows you to actually watch live births and actually like home births and stuff like that, and hospital births and just their birthing stories. It's really, really cool. It's really, really inspiring. Obviously you see a lot, but I enjoy watching those because, one, I think it's beautiful. Like, you're giving birth to something that, you know, to a human being. It's amazing. Not only that, but also because it's very educational, and it preps you mentally, I feel like, for what's going to happen or what could happen, and just the process of it all and the pain, and just mentally preparing yourself for that. So if you're interested in something like that, I will go ahead and leave their Facebook's information in the description box below, so then you can check them out. I highly would recommend it. I love being able to see those and hear the stories and stuff like that. I mean, I was reading one story about how this mom, she was doing a home birth, and they didn't really do a whole lot of ultrasounds or something like that. I can't remember what she was saying, but she ended up, you know, going into labor and having a baby, and so she was starting to feel another contraction come on after she gave birth to her baby, and they thought it was like, oh, it's just the placenta, like, it's okay, you know. It was actually another baby. Like, she had no idea that she was pregnant with twins, and I thought it was just incredible. Like, oh my gosh, like, what was going through her head? And she just, like, went on and on and on, just explaining her experience from it and her labor experience. It's very inspiring, and I would highly recommend it. So if you want to check that out, I will leave their information in the description box below. But that is it for week 37. It was a really short video. I'm really sorry, but there's not really much to talk about. Kind of the same from week 36. Not a whole lot had happened, and I didn't have a doctor's appointment because of the coronavirus. I haven't been able to see my doctor weekly, so we're still doing the bi-weekly up until I was 38 weeks pregnant. So I really didn't have much information to give you for week 37, but I hadn't dilated at all from week 37 either. I know this because I hadn't dilated at all for my week 38 as well, so there's that information. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And again, I'm sorry that I'm in like the same outfit and area as before, but again, I just wanted to be able to get these videos up for you guys and not fall behind on what I said I would do. So there's that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?